Hello and welcome to Diva TV. My name is John Duffy. Like, subscribe and hit that notifications button because you aren't going to want to miss interviews like this, because today I am joined by the bionic beast, JENNACIDE. JENNACIDE, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Excellent. So we'll just jump straight into it, because in just over a week's time, you are going to be part of history, making history as competing in NWA's first ever all-women's pay-per-view Empower. You're also in the first ever NWA Women's Invitational, which is also the main event. So first question, how does it feel to be part of something so momentum, such a momentum event?
I feel absolutely honored just to be on the show. As a woman in the sport for the past 7 years, I feel like all the no's that I've received over my course of time and everything leading up to this and all my hard work, kind of everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. And I feel like I've done everything I can to earn a spot like this. And I'm going to really show Mickey, Billy, and the rest of the NWA family and all the fans like who I am and what I can do. And I really feel honored to be a part of this. Wrestling at the Chase, they haven't had wrestling there since '84. So for me, just to be a part of this monumental weekend with Empower, the anniversary of '73 in the NWA, and going back there to St. Louis is really just an honor to be a part of the show and kind of the whole experience. So it's creeping up fast, like just next week.
Yeah, it really is. It was like it was announced. It was like amazing, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, it's next week. So, so we're all pumped. So we can't imagine how you're feeling. So, obviously, you've been a part of NWA for several months now. How did your involvement in Empower come about? Was it kind of backstage conversations, or was it kind of finding out via Twitter, like a lot of the other participants did?
So I have been a part of NWA's Power for the past 2 seasons, and Mickie James was at the last tapings, and she was filming some documentary stuff behind the scenes. And then it was my surprise to everyone else that when she was on the show and I was there in the studio when her and Billy announced they were doing Empower. So behind the scenes when I'm watching, I was so excited and amazed, and I never wanted to assume I would be a part of it, but I'm honored that eventually, like after we got done tapings, Mickie called me later that week and told me that I was going to be a part of Empower. I didn't know what I was doing yet. I didn't know I was in the cup or anything like that until recently. So and then when the flyer and the promotional card went out with Camille and Mickie and myself on it, I didn't know I was going to be on it at all. And I was just like, I couldn't believe, like, I'm on my first poster. Like, to me, that's surreal. Like that, you know, I'm next to Mickie James on a poster, but this is a woman that I grew up watching. So I'm just amazed to be a part of it. And I feel just lucky that I have this platform and giving an opportunity to really kind of be involved with this for women. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, it certainly is. So, as you said, you were backstage. Were you aware of the announcement before it happened, or were you as kind of surprised?
No, they didn't tell anyone.
Oh, that's amazing.
So they just said there's going to be a big announcement, but like that could be anything. They do that all the time. So,
yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I love it when it's like you find out that the wrestlers themselves find out the same time as the fans. Like it kind of heightens the enjoyment for sure. One thing about the announcement is you were pictured, and it says that you're going to be accompanied by Taryn Tyrell. How did that come about? Is that an on-screen partnership, or is it also kind of like a backstage thing as well? Obviously she's a veteran. Is she someone that kind of you look towards for advice and for kind of like mentorship or anything like that?
definitely look to women like her in Velvet that can be mentors, and kind of like they've been in my shoes before, and all of the TV end of it is new for me, but any feedback, all of the women are helpful. So I definitely look to Taryn for that. She knows her way around the ring and behind the scenes as well. So she'll be there to help me along the way. So they teamed us up together, and she's been my manager since the last season. So happy to be with her.
Awesome, awesome. So obviously it's it's a momentous occasion. It's making history. Obviously you're physically prepared for it. Your training videos on Instagram are so impressive and just like amazing to witness. But how are you preparing kind of mentally for this kind of grand occasion? I'd imagine it might be quite hard to not kind of take it in your stride and not let it get to you, you know what I mean, and just try and get out there, kick some ass and win the cup.
Yeah, for me, I'm in like total fight camp mode. That is I guess my mental part is I'm going to have the fight of my life. I'm competing against 9 other women. So for me, that is training Muay Thai 3 times a week. I'm in the wrestling ring 2 times a week. I'm lifting. I'm in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. So like for me, when I'm not like working my normal job during the day, I'm training. When I'm not training, I'm watching tape or I'm studying wrestling and looking for different fighting tactics and techniques and moves and things that I can punish the other women with. So I mean, it is what it is. I am a machine and I kick ass, and I literally do not stop training. I do not stop learning. I've been in the business and going on my 7th year, and I still go to training every week and at the Sai Dojo, and I live and breathe it. It's just a part of me. So for me, that's my mental ability. If I'm not in the ring, like that would affect my mental capacity going into this. So the fact that I stay conditioned all year long makes me ready for something like this. Definitely.
Amazing. Because that also brings me to kind of my next question. You know what I mean? You said that you're a machine. So like over the past, kind of 8 to 9 months, we've seen you go through some changes wrestling wise. So you've gone from Jenna Van Muscles into JENNACIDE, this kind of like Terminator-esque bionic beast. So what was the reasoning behind that kind of transformation and that evolution of your character?
Yeah, so I would say when I first started wrestling, that it was a nickname. Van Muscles was a nickname. I was a power lifter. I was into bodybuilding, CrossFit, and I was just a mass of muscle. And so it was a nickname. My real last name is Van Bemmel. And so Van Muscles was just a nickname since I think I was like in college playing like flag football. So it stuck with me. And I think as I evolved as a wrestler over the past 7 years, I completely transformed my look and my style. I went from being about 230 pounds of like a powerhouse of solid muscle to down. I've lost about 40 pounds. I switched from heavy powerlifting to fight training. So that's MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai. And I've transformed my style and my look to how I perform in the ring. So I move better, I'm quicker. I've done everything I can for wrestling to make myself like that badass of a competitor, that not only, I don't want people to just see a big powerhouse. I want them to, yeah, she's big, but I can go, I want them to know like I'm more than just, the big ones that can't really move. So I've dedicated the past 7 years to changing that. And I feel like I outgrew the Van Muscles moniker of who I was. And, when you're locked inside for a year during the pandemic,
yes,
and you are with my other half, I felt like I needed a rebrand, and I outgrew that. And for me, I started doing years ago, like a little face paint on just my eye. Then it was half my face. Then I was just like, screw it. I did the full on face paint. And for me, it's a symbol of kind of what my body's been through. I survived a severe accident, and I really do have metal and wires in my body, and I've been through countless surgeries, but due to modern technology, I'm completely healthy, fine, stronger than ever. And I kind of use my face paint as a symbol of kind of everything that I've been through. And Gennacide's like a basically amped up version of who I really am. So that's where the whole rebranding came about.
Awesome, awesome. It's amazing because when was it at the Mission Pro Wrestling when you first kind of you debuted it, and it was I kind of watched it on Twitter. It kind of blew up. It was just like Gennacide is here. So it's been really fantastic to see that kind of that transformation and that evolution of your character.
Definitely, and the fans were just so open to the change, and just I've never had so many people just like come up to me and just they love the whole new look and character and what it symbolizes. And you know, I get stories from people all over that, you know, oh, I had to have surgery, I'm bionic like you now. And it's just like you hear stuff like that, and if it moves someone to motivate them to do something that's been through an experience, you know, that's just my mission. I think like I'm still here for a reason. I truly believe that, and I feel like through wrestling, I can inspire others.
Wow. Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. Thank you for sharing. So just speaking of Mission Pro, so we're talking about Empower and what they're doing for, you know, a complete all women's pay-per-view. Like what Thunder Rosa has created her own kind of.
She's everywhere.
yeah, but she's created her own kind of all women's promotion from, you know, camera operators and ring crew and merch sellers and all sorts. So what's it been like to kind of be a part of that movement down in Texas as well? Because obviously Thunder Rosa's killing it and really making.
Not only is she killing it, she's an amazing woman, and her and like she, from the first moment that I went there, it was their first kind of relaunch into the all women Mission Pro, and I got to be on their first show. And ever since then, it just has a very special feel. When you're there, it's a sisterhood. It's everyone working together to set up the ring, tear it down. It's no drama. It's just supporting each other, killing it, showing like we're not just women, we're athletes, and we can main event, and we can have these crazy matches and support each other and put all the rest of the shit behind it. It's just a special feeling to be there. And you know, if it wasn't for women like Thunder and giving me the platform and the opportunity to be on Mission Pro, I probably wouldn't be at Empower or NWA right now, because I know she put my name in to people to kind of get me there. So, and it's very rare in wrestling that you have someone that will do that for you. So not only is what her mission at Mission Pro is for women, what she's doing, like she's an amazing person and friend, and that's someone who, if I needed something, like I could go to. So people always want to know, like, oh, is she really like that? Like, how is someone in real life? No, she's really that awesome in real life, and I'm blessed to call her friend. So and I appreciate it. Yeah,
that's amazing to hear, because she's truly kind of creating the next generation of women's wrestlers, with you know, Vixen and all the rest down there. So obviously we've seen Thunder Rosa in NWA and AEW. We've also seen you in AEW and NWA. So as we start to wind down, because I've taken enough of your time as it is, what do you where do you see yourself go? Are you looking for that, you know, the big contract with AEW, with an Impact, or even a WWE down the line?
You know, for me, I'm just happy getting into the ring and being able to wrestle. I do it because I love it. But what's funny is people always say, like, oh, now NWA's cross promoting, and you know, AEW people are in their Impact or going their Ring of Honor. It's all kind of like the synergy going on. But what people don't remember is probably before the mid 80s, wrestlers could go anywhere and wrestle. And that's what they were doing. So to me, it's just kind of bringing that back when that wasn't really an issue. You know, so I feel like it's reminding me of that. If you're old enough to remember or know your history, go back and know. But,
the territory days, for sure. It does seem to be happening again after so long. So it's been really great to see. So just to finish up, you know, I mean, we can't wait to see you absolutely smash it on Empower. Can't wait to see you on, hopefully see you on the following night on NWA 73 against.
That would be amazing.
I'd because you faced Camille before, so, and you weren't successful then, so I'm sure you wanting to make up for that and raise that.
I've been training really hard. Get my A game on for her. No, she's a big, strong woman. But no, she puts on a good fight. So who knows what's in store?
Awesome.
I'm gonna keep working at it. But no, obviously the end all goal for anyone is a championship opportunity, and that's what I'm working hard for. And whether that leads to a contract or not, to me, I'm focused on just being able to wrestle. And if it leads to something more, obviously that would be a blessing. But if it doesn't, I'm okay with that too. Just being able to do what I do, you know.
Awesome. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. And again, thank you so much for your time, and can't wait to see you making history next week. So thanks again, and good luck, and take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I call everyone my muscle army. So now you're part of the muscle army.
That's my attempt at a muscle.
I make everyone, no matter what you look like or what size. I always say everyone inspires me to be strong. So now you're part of the muscle army. Welcome.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time, and see you now.
All right. Thanks, John. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.